man, this channel is growing so fast, and I'm so grateful for that. And what happens is, people that know me better and have been watching me for a while know certain things about me while others don't. And a lot of people are in this fantasy. They watch my videos every day. They forget that I actually have a real life outside of this channel. I do this to make money on the side. I made, I guess, altogether over $4,000 from this channel alone last year, just from the ads and the Amazon links I put in there. A lot of people can't imagine that I actually drive to work. I go to and have a real job. And so my job is actually in recruiting. I recruit for a living, which ultimately is a sales job. It's like real estate. Real estate is a sales job, but you may not think of it as sales. It totally is. But what I do is very much like real estate, just with jobs. My job is to fill job openings all across the United States in different cities. And the moment I fill that one, it's time to fill another one. So my job security is in that fact that even with unemployment being very low right now, there are still plenty of jobs that need to be filled, and my job is to find the right person with that background and skill set to match them up with that job and get them qualified and all that good stuff. So I recruit people, and I've been doing this. This has been my career since January 2nd, 2006. That's when I started this career. I've been doing this for a long time. So 2006, that's 13 years, over a dozen years I've been doing this. That's how I make a living. It is HR though. It's absolutely HR. I know a lot about HR. I've been through HR training. I have to, because a lot of times when people think of HR, they think of just Toby from the office. But HR has a lot to do with onboarding and hiring. And that's ultimately what recruiting is, the whole pre-hire process and the onboarding process. That's what I do. That's what I'm good at. But it's also just as equally, if not more, sales. Okay? I am a recruiter. That's what I do for a living. So let's put this in perspective of this channel. Have I even said hair loss yet? I made it like 2.5 minutes through this video. I haven't even talked about hair loss yet. This is a hair loss video, mind you. I say all that to get here. I am a recruiter for a living. I am a salesman for a living. I work in HR for a living. That recruiting is a Venn diagram of sales and HR. So knowing this about me, doesn't that make more sense to you now, the way I manage this channel? There's so much psychology involved, and there's a lot of marketing involved, honestly. Well, ultimately what I'm doing, I'm recruiting you to not care about your hair. That's one way of looking at this channel. I am recruiting you to stop worrying about the fear of hair loss, because most of you, that's the actual issue. You're not going to go bald any soon. You're just freaking out that you will. My job is to convince you that people are constantly judging you very harshly, but not about hair loss. And so many people worry about the things that they can't control, like their hair, which is part of your DNA, instead of focusing on what they can control, which is, well, for one, your own emotions, how you control your own emotions and allow other people control your emotions, and invest in your own skill set and making other people laugh and helping other people and making other people feel confident about themselves. That's what it's actually being attractive and being liked is about. But see, all this is coming from a recruiter. I recruit people for a living and have been doing this for over a dozen years. That's what I do. I'm good at it. If I wasn't good at it, I wouldn't still be doing it. Because if you're not good at recruiting, you don't make it very far. Somehow I'm actually good at this, and I stumbled into this career. And I love it. I love recruiting. I am a recruiter. Half HR, half sales. You get this guy. And for me, I recognize if I have a competitor, it is people's natural thoughts. The moment they start to perceive that they're losing their hair, they start to perceive that they are not going to be attractive. They start to perceive that they will have less of a future. So that's the competition. And there's not a lot of YouTubers out here talking about hair loss from a psychological point of view. I recognize that. I recognize that's one of the reasons I'm the #4 hair loss YouTuber in the world. I am a recruiter in regards to hair loss, to convince you that this is all pointless. Some of these videos I make are just to remind us of how silly all this is. If we only channeled our time, energy, and money on other things that actually made us better human beings. That's why when I spend my own time to make these videos, that's what I'm doing. I'm giving you masculine identity lessons. I'm recruiting you to become like me because you don't have the life experience I have. You can't have it. You can't start really embracing the emotional maturity until you're age 35. You have to be rejected. You have to fail to get this level of confidence. I remember before I was 35, I would always look at men my age and I would think, why does that guy seem to just know what he's doing? He always seems to be in control or be able to figure it out. I wish I could be like that. And then I turned 35 and suddenly I became that guy. And I realized now though, man did I fail throughout my life. I have failed so much. I've been rejected so many times. And it broke me down in a way that I became built up. Knowing who I really am, knowing what all I'm bad at, what all I'm good at, and embracing that. But yet, all of these words in this video, and all my videos, especially videos like this, could it be any more obvious that what I do for a living is recruit people? I am a recruiter. I am here to recruit people who are typing, am I going to go bald? What's the cure for hair loss? And they come in this room and say, hey, come have a seat. We're going to talk. The question that you're asking is the wrong question. Let's talk about the right questions and the right solutions and what's actually going to help you improve your life. Those wrong questions got you in the door. But once you leave here, you'll be a better person. You just won't have those questions answered in the way that you want it. Those questions are irrelevant. I am Nick Shell. I am your recruiter. Comments? Right here.